Ready? Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Chelsea preview. Ten Hag's in form. Ten Hag's Red Devils. I don't want to say in form because tomorrow God knows what will happen. Head to Stamford Bridge to face a side who are actually starting to get themselves together after a poor, I wouldn't say a poor start to the season, but they kind of had a rough patch not too long ago. But Potter seemed to put his hand on the wheels and take over. But Ryan, we face Chelsea tomorrow, another London side. After coming into this game, beating Tottenham 2-0 with a very solid performance. What do you think? What looking forward to tomorrow? Confident?
Yeah, I think Spurs game showed a lot that we're actually playing more like a team, there's more chances being created, and I reckon that tomorrow's going to be more or less the same. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope so. It's just Stamford Bridge. It's a very small stadium. The atmosphere, I say it's hopping. But the thing is, though, Chelsea have a few injuries. Well, I wouldn't say a few, but they're very limited. I think Chelsea's team last season was better than their team this season. No Lukaku, no Werner. That's a big loss. Obviously, Lukaku's on loan, but we'll pop up the old injuries and see what the crack is and form and see what happens. So there we go. Here we have it. Yeah, lovely. Here we go. So for Manchester United, there's no Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Van de Beek, Martial, and obviously Ronaldo is dropped. So again, we will talk about Ronaldo being dropped as well. I'd like to get your thoughts on that one, Ryan. And for Chelsea, two big injuries you could almost say with no Reece James or N'Golo Kante for Chelsea. Our injuries, I'm not too worried about, to be honest. Obviously, we're limited strikers, so more than likely Martial is gonna. It's more than likely going to be some sort of the same team tomorrow than it was on Thursday. Or not Thursday, Wednesday. I mean, looking at our injuries, Ryan, worried or are you like me, not really bothered too much?
I mean, would be nice to maybe have Martial on the bench as a backup striker because Rashford striker
Yeah,
it's not a great goal for him. But with Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Van de Beek, I'm not worried. I mean, a lot that Dalot is playing fantastic. We already have a decent centre back partnership between Varane and Martinez, and where you want to fit Van de Beek in when you got Fred, McTominay, Casemiro, and Bruno all in form.
yeah, yeah. That's it. I mean, I reckon if you're a Chelsea fan, you're a bit worried. Reece James, who is a top quality right back, and N'Golo Kante, who's a top quality midfielder, uh, is out for Chelsea. I mean, even looking at Reece James and Kante, that just makes you even more confident than you already are, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And I mean, if you look at Chelsea's last 5 games, beat AC Milan 3-0, beat Wolves 3-0, beat AC Milan 2-0, beat Villa 2-0, and drew 0-0 against Brentford on Wednesday. Which being that they've scored more than 2 goals, you could almost say, 2 or more goals in the last 5. Where Manchester United just about beat Ammonia 3-2, beat Everton 2-1, beat Ammonia 1-0, beat Newcastle 0-all, beat Newcastle 0-all, drew against Newcastle 0-all, and we beat Spurs 2-0. So if you're looking at our last 5, the form is pretty the same, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, we both have four wins and one draw each, so both teams are in relatively the same form.
Yeah,
But I'm hoping that with Chelsea getting the draw midweek, that it will probably give us more of a boost to try to get the win on Saturday.
yeah. I mean, who would Chelsea have to throw in there? If I mean Kovacic and Jorginho, or who else
Yeah,
is there?
yeah, but
Uh,
Mason Mount,
Mason Mount, Loftus Cheek,
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz. He's more of a centre forward, he says, isn't he?
Yeah,
The thing is about Kai Havertz up top, he hasn't got the speed. Like if you're Lissandro Martinez, for example, you know what I mean? Our little shit, you know, he's gonna be Havertz on pace. Mason Mount, that'll be an interesting one to watch.
yeah,
But not bloody, you know, Havertz against uh, Lissandro. I mean, coming into this game, Ryan, would you have any doubt, like worries for Man United? Would you be worried about that?
I have one, but I don't know if it's much of a worry. Kepa, he's kind of backfiring his form. Graham Potter's putting a bit of trust in him, and as we
Yeah,
can see, I think he's played in all the last 5 matches, and I think he's kept all the clean sheets. So, is this to say that Kepa's back from his bad spell, and I mean, like he's got clean sheets?
yeah.
And
I mean,
De Gea has clean sheets in his last 3 as well, but I think Kepa's on form, so he could be a real brick wall for Chelsea tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. But then again, I mean, Chelsea go with what? Usually like a 5-2-3. I'm not
Yeah,
sure that
but with
changed.
Potter, I don't know. I think Thomas Frank said it when they played Brentford. Why'd you keep changing formation? And he
Oh
said
yeah,
he said it's to do with the speed of the game, the way the game's developing. So it could start off as a 5-2-3, and then it could change to a 4-3-3. It could do
Yeah,
anything throughout
it
the game.
depends how the game is kind of flowing in it. Like literally, as you said there, um, like I suppose, yeah, Kepa, who seems to be getting back to himself. But then again, I mean, if you were going with a 5-3, a 5-3-2, a 5-2-3 at the back, I mean, could that kind of mess up the other team? Man United say 5-3, what are you saying, 5-3-2, 5-2-3? Could that mess it up, or do you reckon Ten Hag will be, say, listen, more than likely you're going to change the formation midway through the game, so just keep an eye out and like what would it be?
I reckon Ten Hag is going to be pretty much take the same approach against Spurs. I mean, Spurs kind of a similar lineup to Chelsea, except for they played the 3-5-2. So,
Yeah,
I mean, Chelsea's a tiny bit more defensive, but you got Chilwell and Cucurella, I think, are the wing backs that are playing there. So, they can both go forward and they are a threat. But I think Chelsea are lining up more defensively. I mean, you've got Koulibaly in defence as well. He could be a challenge as well for us tomorrow.
yeah. I'm looking at the team that they played against Brentford on Wednesday. They went with the same formation as Tottenham with 3-5. It's more a 3-5-1-1. So like, it's kind of the same as Tottenham formation. Just except they have kind of that calm and not, with Son and Harry Kane, they were, you know, up there alongside each other, not one behind the other.
Yeah.
So, like, it goes like we seen it the other day against Tottenham, didn't we? That we can break down tight defenses. 3-5-2, 5. A 5-2-3 is. That'll be an interesting one to look out for. We'll ramp that up anyway. That'll be an interesting one to look out for.
Yeah.
But you reckon we're more capable? Say if they go with a 3-5-1-1. I mean, the back three for that game was Chalobah, Koulibaly, and Azpilicueta, which I think Sancho, Bruno, Anthony, and Rashford, they be well. If you're looking at his pace, we should win on that battle. Then the midfield five was Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Mount, Gallagher. Gallagher's a decent player, and Cucurella. So it's with a 3-5-2, they had Loftus-Cheek as you could almost say the right wing back.
Yeah.
And then up top was Brozier and Havertz. And then obviously you have Aubameyang, Sterling, Chukwuemeka, Ziyech, Zakaria, Pulisic, Kovacic, Silva, Edouard Mendy. I reckon we are going to see a Kovacic start tomorrow, and a Aubameyang and a Raheem Sterling, and a Thiago Silva. They have a decent team though, to be fair to them, but I reckon we should be capable enough.
I mean, you look at our team, and we've got pace in attack, which is going to be key, especially against Chelsea. I saw this morning that people were saying that Luke Shaw has the cardio of a horse. They were saying that he may not have the build of an Olympic athlete, but he's still able to run the pitch and do his job.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were going on the last day post match about the right hand side with Casemiro, Dallo, and Anthony. That seemed to be our most active side against Spurs. So we could see the exact same thing against Chelsea.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what else makes me confident coming into tomorrow? Our defence. Our defence with Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Delo, De Gea. Casemiro, he even makes me more confident. I mean, we should do. We should be. If like I mean, Ryan, if we were coming into this game with the same back four we had last season, you'd be like, yeah, Chelsea are going to run all over us.
Yeah,
You would, wouldn't you? This season, it's much better and much stronger. The whole team is, you know. I mean,
much
Varane
more
has.
solid,
Oh yeah,
and they're they're playing not only for themselves, they're playing for the fans. They're showing passion. I mean, you even saw it the other day when Ronaldo scored against Spurs. You saw Casemiro drop to the floor and was like, so.
yeah, yeah,
I think we got a passionate side back that are willing to fight till the very end and not give up.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I mean, even after the game as well, the Hay woman it was shouting at us defenders next of all the game was over, and they were just like, yes,
Yeah.
to the as most people call it, to the scoreboard end or the Adidas end as you used to call it, Rod. But what else will be popping up here? Is this the team we think Ten Hag will pick?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much gonna be the same as what we played against Spurs. You know,
Yeah,
even though McTominay and Ericsson did come on for the last 4 minutes, I still think Fred is gonna get in there with Casemiro.
yeah, yeah. I think that'll be the one, anyways. I mean, like, if you look at Shaw and Low, would they get much freedom on that on their left and right hand side tomorrow, or a bit more careful at the back?
Um, if I was to analyze it, I would reckon what's gonna happen is Shaw's gonna stay back with Varane and Martinez. You could possibly see Fred getting forward into, making the run forward as a box to box. You're probably going to see Dallo do an overlap with Anthony on that right hand side. And Casemiro will kind of move more central to cover the space if we do manage to lose the ball or the Chelsea third and they start a counter attack. But I reckon Shaw will be kind of more sitting back and Dallo will be getting forward much more.
Yeah. So I reckon like Luke Shaw will kind of be a bit, you know, because I mean, you seen it the other day, didn't you, against Spurs? When Casemiro and Fred play, like even with Ericsson, whoever plays alongside Casemiro sits back, and his midfield partner can kind of push forward.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's like we kind of play like a bit of a high line as well when we do push forward.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Spurs game when we were going forward. I mean, you had Shaw coming up, you had Dalot coming up, Casemiro stayed back. You had Fred even coming up into the mix.
Yeah,
So like you had like when we were going forward, you had this nice solid trio with the hay at the back.
yeah,
So you were kind of sorted for counter attacks, and I mean, you had Fred that tracked back fierce quick. Dallo was the same with Shaw, and you have Sancho come back to about roughly the halfway line. So I can see us playing a high enough line, but at the same time, I can see these. Obviously, the two centre backs are going to stay back, but I can see Shaw not getting forward as much, and it'll be kind of more the right hand side would see attacks come from.
yeah. Because that's where more the track comes from, innit? The right hand side.
Yeah, and I mean, we did it for the post match against Spurs. This triangle
Yeah,
is the most active side of our pitch. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, you have the odd attack going down the left, but we even saw against Spurs it was mainly Anthony and Dallo making the runs down the right hand side to create attacks.
yeah. Especially the first half when you look at it. All the shots came from the right hand side.
Yeah,
Even Casemiro had a whack, and it was when I watch it back actually. In the first half, a bit more. If it was a bit more, if it went more to the right than the left, it would have went easily in. Obviously, it didn't go in. Obviously, but like you know what I mean.
I
Um,
mean, you even look against Spurs. You had Anthony making the run with the ball down. He cut back inside and took the shot. and it was narrowly missed, but it was still that right hand side that was most dangerous in the first half.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, so I guess we both agree with that. Most of the creativity tomorrow will come down the right rather than the left.
Yeah, I think, like, don't get me wrong, Luke Shaw can attack. He's well able to get forward, but I think Dallo has that bit more pace, bit more attacking minded. So definitely going to see more attacks on the right rather than the left. I think
Thing
so.
is, like the thing is, like I like yeah, Delo has all the speed on the right hand side, and you kind of said it all. But like you look at, say you're a, I don't know, you're Raheem Sterling and you're running at Luke Shaw, you just know he's gonna take it off your feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because you'll just shoulder it and you'll get the ball because, like he's like I mean, you said it there the other day. Like Luke Shaw has lost lots of weight. He's looking back to himself. He looks class. You know, and like I was just like, Luke, like when Luke Shaw makes a shoulder, he makes it look so clean.
Mhm.
Like I mean, like what Sterling's more of a right winger, so I don't know. Sterling would be more of a right winger, wouldn't he?
I mean, he can play both, but I think with Chelsea he was mainly on the left. So yeah, you probably have. I reckon you'll have. Oh no, we changed their blue pen for Chelsea. We probably will be wearing their blue tomorrow. So you probably have Sterling on Dallo.
Yeah,
Um,
throw maybe a Mace, maybe a
you can have Mason Mount or ZH over here.
yeah, or yeah. I mean, I thought like will they go Pulisic and Raheem and stick with their midfield five of. Well, I suppose you can really call it midfield four because you're going to take off one of their. I take out one of their players, like Gallagher and Loftus Cheek, put Jorginho in, because on the game against Brentford he played with Kukurea was on the left and Loftus Cheek was a right wing back. So then you just literally take Loftus Cheek and Gallagher out, and then you maybe would you throw in Pulisic and Sterling, or do you reckon they'll keep it the same? Just looking at that team, it's like you put out that team because they were facing us.
I think if you're Graham Potter, you're probably going to go with Sterling there, Pulisic, and maybe a Bamiyang or Kai Havertz there.
Yeah. I mean, can you see Aubameyang starting tomorrow? Big. It is a big game. He can be a threat in parts. Can you see him starting?
Um, yeah,
Hmm.
I can. Yeah, you could see him starting, but I mean, as you said against Brentford, I mean, I know they probably thought Brentford wasn't really a match they played Broha, but I think Chelsea could name a strong side tomorrow, and it'll be a very intense game. But if you're to go off what we did against Spurs on Wednesday night, we should win comfortably.
Yeah. It's just I don't think Aubameyang has the pace anymore.
Yeah, and I don't think, like, when the transfer window was going on, that Bamiyang, he said he was happy at Barcelona. He didn't want to leave Barcelona, but then he got shipped off to Chelsea.
Yeah. That was more of a Tuchel. So Tuchel signed him, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Tuchel, yeah. So like, yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't really played. He hasn't played that much under Potter though.
Yeah, I mean, Potter's probably sticking with what he knows and what works. I mean, we saw with their last 5 games, they've won all five
Yeah,
and
pretty
drew
much.
one. So
Yeah, yeah. No, pretty much. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Like I just Chelsea like yeah, do you have a great team? I'm looking at that bench as well when you face Brentford. Mendy, Thiago Silva, Kovacic, Pulisic, Zakaria, Ziyech, Chukwuemeka, Aubameyang, and Sterling. So their depth is pretty good. I mean, I do think Sterling will start. I mean, listen, if he goes with the same team he went against Brentford, I'm going to be more than happy
Yeah.
with Kepa in goals, Chalobah, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Mount, Gallagher, Cucurella, Broja or Broja, whatever you pronounce it, and Havertz. Can you see them changing any players tomorrow?
I mean, he's probably going to stick with the same back five. Yeah, like going to call it a back five. Cucurella, Koulibaly, Aspilicueta. Um, going to have that same back five. Um, Midfielders probably Kovacic and Jorginho, like you said. Could probably have a Mason Mount or Kai Havertz as a cam, and then maybe a Bamiyang up front.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just felt like he's faster, Havertz or Aubameyang. You know what I mean? You have to look at both sides of the things. Like, yeah, you can have great finishing, but is he fast enough to finish?
Yeah, and I mean, you look at our two centre backs.
Yeah.
They're very pacey. So like they want to have that pace to get in behind them.
Yeah. But I mean, look at Alessandro Martinez. In fairness, Rafael Varane can shift as well. No, he's not as quick as Alessandro Martinez. Or the butcher, as what else do we call him? Liche,
Yeah.
Liche. Yeah, thanks. Uh, so, yeah, it's a hard one to know what he'll. I mean, this team here that we're looking at, he should be. I'd be confident with that. I mean, if you play Fred and Casemiro, if he does play Fred, thing is Ryan, will he go back to same old Freds, or do you reckon, especially the deflected goal he scored on Wednesday, or having Casemiro beside him will boost his confidence even more?
Yeah, I think if Fred does start, I hope to see the same against Spurs. I mean, yes, against Spurs he had a slow start, but he got into the game. And you and me during the watch along were saying take him off at half time, he's useless. And then literally straight after scores a deflected goal. But I mean, yeah, if Fred does start tomorrow and with scoring the goal on Wednesday, I can see Fred getting forward a lot more.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, like, I think is about Ten Hag, and I've kind of realized something. Or if you play well, he'll still drop you. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, not Ericsson. Fred hasn't really got much game time over him. So will he be like, right, Fred, you did the job while Ericsson was out. Now it's time for you to sit back and let Ericsson take over again? Or do you reckon he'll just stick to the first half, see what the team is like, and then second half maybe make a few changes? Or it's or will he go big? Will he go for it? Will he just wait and see what the first half is all about?
I reckon what could happen is he'll go with the same lineup against Spurs. See how things go first half. The first half is okay, you probably stick with it to 60th, 70th minute and then start making substitutions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, our team against Spurs, De Gea, Martinez, Varane, Delo, Shaw, Bruno, Fred, Casemiro, Anthony Sancho, Rashford, and on the bench you had Heaton, Lindelof, Malacia, Ericsson, Palestri, McTominay, Garnacho, Alanga, and Cristiano Ronaldo, who I think Zidane will take over his position. I'm not sure. I mean, our bench definitely won't be as strong as Chelsea's, but Ten Hag always likes to include his bench because he said, let's be fair, his bench made a difference in the Ammonia game, and McTominay came on and scored a winner. But I mean, I just mentioned Ronaldo there. I think I know what you're gonna say, but do you agree with what Ten Hag did to Ronaldo?
I mean, Yeah, I suppose it is right because it's not the first time Ronaldo left the game early under Ten Hag.
Yeah, the
Um,
Rayo was it the Rayo Vallecano game as well?
yeah,
Preseason, yeah.
so as Ten Hag even said in the press conference, he told him at the Rayo Vallecano game it wasn't on, and
Yeah.
this is the second time he's after doing it. So there is going to be consequences, and the way things are going, I mean, you wouldn't want to be upsetting Ten Hag, especially if you're Ronaldo, because World Cup is coming up. Ronaldo hasn't really started. He has found form, so if he wants to be in form for the World Cup, he'd want to start, following the rules and
Yeah.
trying to get back into the team.
I mean, me and Tom were talking about it yesterday. He said if he's going to do this to Ronaldo, who was a top quality footballer and has done it all in his career, imagine what he's going to do to the other players, like say Bruno or give me an average player, McTominay, say for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he's going to do that to Ronaldo, he takes no shit. The thing is, we wanted a manager like that, didn't we? Someone that takes no shit.
Yeah, and I mean, even saw something last night with Ten Hag when he goes for transfers. He doesn't give a shit about your name or what you've won. He wants players that are going to play his style of football, listen to him, and just go out and do what he asks them to do.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, he talked about it today in his press conference, and someone asked him if Ronaldo did refuse to come on against Spurs, and he literally just said yes. He says, "I'm the manager. I'm responsible for the culture. I have to set the standards and values." Again, speaking of Rayo Vallecano, after Rayo, I said it even earlier was unacceptable. The second time, there has to be consequences. Football is a team sport. You have to set certain standards. We miss him. We miss him tomorrow. We miss Ronaldo for tomorrow's game, but it's a miss for the squad. But it's important for the attitude and mentality of the group. And now you have to focus on Chelsea as that is important. What the talk, if you ask about that, is between me and Cristiano. The statement is also clear. I think he remains an important player in the squad. And then about why he's training alone, and he was like, they will have time for him to reflection for him, but also for everyone else. And he said at the start of the season, I said at the start of the season, next time they have to be next. This 10 Hag's press conference. Like who writes this? But anyways, next time, there has to be consequences. Otherwise, when you're living together and playing together, football is a team sport, and you have to fulfill certain standards and have to control it. I understand there are questions about that, but at the same time, it's about Chelsea. We have a big game to play. My focus is on the game. The focus of the staff and the players is on that game. We have to win that game and have concentration to play our best. And I mean, yeah, Ten Hag not being distracted. I think that is part of when you play in top football. There's noise, rumours. You got the focus. For me, it is never an issue. This is on Chelsea. For me, it is never an issue away from home. The pitch is the same size, 11v11. There is a ref. Not sure who the ref is again. Andrew, I'm not having got a clue, but I'll find out anyway. And we always have a lot of support from our fans. We feel strong. And Ten Hag on facing Graham Potter again. Remember we faced him start of the season with Brighton and we lost 2-1. I think we've improved since a loss since then.
Yeah.
But you said it's not one I think from that game. It is a different team, different game. We are further in the process. Now I know more about him. And maybe in the first game he knew more about me. It is not a fight between managers. So yeah. I haven't got a clue who the referee is for tomorrow.
Sure, that will.
Sure that well, yeah. So sure that well is the manager for tomorrow. The manager, Jesus, the ref for tomorrow's game. Let's hope he does his job right. Because that referee against Tottenham, he's actually alright. Obviously, I'd say that because he didn't fuck us over. But yeah, Ryan, if you had to have, we'll remove this anyways and get our big heads back in there. If you had to give me a combined 11, who would it be?
The Hayes goalie. Shaw's getting in there. Martinez and Verona getting in there. Dallow's getting in there.
Back five.
Casemiro is there. I would put Kante, but Kante's injured, so we'll only go with players that are available. So,
yeah.
probably put Jorginho in over Fred. I just think he's more of an attacking threat than Fred.
Yeah.
Bruno is in there all day, every day. Anthony's in there all day, every day. Jeez.
What position are we on now?
Sancho's in there.
Really?
Oh yeah, I think Sancho's in there. Maybe I'm being biased, but well, I think.
No, it's your command 11, so.
And striker. Much as I love Rashi,
So, let's stop you there. Let me stop. The only Chelsea player who gets in there is Jorginho, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, mine is, and by the way, I'm not being biased, because, yeah, but anyways, De Gea, obviously, in goals, obviously. I mean, yeah. Luke Shaw, yeah. Martinez, yeah. Varane, Delo, Jesus. Casemiro, Kovacic. Yeah, I'll let him in there. I have to. Oh, jeez. Bruno, Anthony on the right. On the left. Hold on. On the left. This was actually harder than I thought.
It's not easy as it looks.
No, it's not. On the left, Chelsea have no one that I can fancy on the left. Yeah, no. On the left, Rashford. No, hold on. I have to sort myself out. John Rashford. Shut right, good luck. I was going to put Havertz in there, but I'm not a big fan of him. Aubameyang, he's as old as, Stamford Bridge itself, so, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like, you just don't have anyone there, you know what I mean? Like, you haven't seen much of that team this season. Yeah, that's why I just shoot Kovacic in there. He came on in the 15th minute, so he's young.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Gallagher's going to be out for tomorrow's game as well, right?
Yeah, apparently he has an illness. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's out. So that's Kante, James, and Gallagher. Anything else?
And I swear. I swear.
You go first.
If we have the same 11, what we said against in the Spurs match, we're going to tell them people's future from here on in.
Right, go for it. Go!
De Gea,
Hey!
Shaw,
Hey!
Varane, Martinez, Dallo, Casemiro, Ericsson, Sancho, Bruno, Anthony, Rashford. And I'm gonna go 2-1 United. Bruno's gonna score. Anthony's gonna score.
No! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! No, Ryan, they're not going to believe us. I'm sorry, but they're not.
And Mason Mount's gonna score. God.
No! 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 By the way, your predicted 11, the only change I am going to make is I'm going to add Fred in there instead of Ericsson. So that's the only thing. Seriously?
Yeah.
No, you're not, Ryan. Hold on. I have to kind of. Will I show you? What was your? You said 2-1. Hold on. 2-1. You know. Oh my god. I actually said Anthony and Bruno, man. Hold on. Anthony. Anthony. Bruno. Ryan, like, you might think I actually am bullshitting, but I should have screenshot it. Do you not believe me? Do you not believe me? No, you don't you? Hold on. Hold on. Come back up here with me. Come back up here with me. Hold on. Right, if you can see that, let me know. Hold on, let me keep going. Let me go. I doubt you'll see it. Hold on, it's a bit too bright. Hold on. That's a bit too dark now. Hold on. Jesus. I want to prove people. Can you see that? You know what? I'll prove. I'm going to prove this. Hold on. Ryan, keep talking to them while I sort this.
We've done it again, haven't we?
What?
We've done it again.
No, people aren't going to believe us, man. Like, I'm sorry, but they're not. How do we... I swear to God, we literally talked about it before we went live, so it's not like it's bullshit. Do you believe me?
Yeah, do you believe me?
Obviously, yeah. I just don't believe it.
Why do we keep doing it?
I just don't believe it.
Literally, it was the exact same change we both had against
We both had one
Spurs
change.
as well. I had
We
Ericsson and you had Fred in. And it's literally the exact same again.
Hold on, that's just me acting up. I believe you. That's a start, right? I do believe you. I just don't believe it. Oh no. That's the last thing I wanted.
When I mentioned the 2 United goal scores, you were like, no, I was like, fuck's sake, we've done it.
That's no lie. That's no lie. That is no lie. That's it. The 2-1 United, Anthony and Bruno Mount, Anthony, Bruno and Mount.
Dean, it's been nice knowing you, but now it's time for me to retire from doing this shit.
Yeah, I'm retiring. I'm retiring. It's all over from here. The thing is, the last time we guessed the prediction on for the match on Wednesday, and we didn't get it right, but we won. Maybe we could be a lucky charm doing this.
Hey.
So the next game we do, when we don't agree with prediction, we're gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't believe us, me and Ryan went with this. Now I'm gonna put the other lads' score predictions in there because I don't want to be rude. You know what I mean? But Ryan, what do you think of that one?
How the fuck do we do it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, and you're actually not going to believe someone else. Hold on.
I don't get it. We've managed to do it for every game this season, except for City and Ammonia.
Yeah, that's mad, though, isn't it? I'm gonna keep that there. That's staying there. I don't care.
Just
Again. Hey, come on. We'll put the lads' predictions in here as well. Do you know what else I find creepy, Ryan? Since it's Halloween next week as well, it just gets even creepier. Like, if we predict the same thing for the West Ham match next weekend, unfortunately, Ryan, we have to retire. You know what I mean? I don't want to, but I have to. Right, here we go now. Here's the lads' predictions now. Here's the rest, Tom and the rest of the boys. Right, so me and Ryan go with 2-1 United alongside Tom, who says Bruno. Oh, man! Imagine if he said Anthony and Bruno. Anyways, Leo 1-1. Anthony Mount. I mean, you got Michael 2-0 United and Rahil 2-0 Chelsea. Sterling and Aubameyang. So me, you, and Tom are guessing the right score, but me and you are guessing it, predicting the right everything. Ryan, talk to me. I mean, anything else you want to say to the people watching, maybe?
Yeah, me and Dean, if you want your future prediction.
Oh, Jesus. So yeah, we'll make sure no one else haunted happens. If we do get a score prediction right tomorrow, that's just gonna be so scary. But I'm not surprised, to be honest. I knew we were gonna get the guests to say. I just want a score prediction, yeah. Scorers, no. But anyways, what can you do? But watch along tomorrow. That'll be at about. Hold on a sec. Let's double check now and see what time the match starts. Roughly, it should be about 5:30. Anyways, usually is on a Saturday night. Yeah, 5:30 on Sunday, Sky Sports. I just want to go through the head-to-head quick. So we've played each other 60 times. Chelsea have 18 total wins. Played each other 60 times, 25 draws. Chelsea have won 18 total wins against us. We have 17 total wins against them. Chelsea 12 home wins, Man United 11 home wins, and 6 away wins each way. And I'm gonna say this to you, Ryan. It has been around. Hold on a sec. Let me look at this now. I've seen something today, and supposedly it's been around 5 years since Chelsea have beaten us. 5 year. And I mean, I don't know. You look a bit shell shocked.
Trying to wrap my head around how we keep getting things the same.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, I'll go through a bit more insights and then we'll end it and that. So Chelsea are winless in the last 9 Premier League games against Manchester United, drawing 6, losing 3, only against Blackburn, 12 between 1992 and 1998, and Arsenal 19 between 1995 and 2005. Have they ever had a longer winless run of the competition? Manchester United have won just 2 of the last 20 Premier League away games against Chelsea, drawing 8, losing 10 times, winning 3-2 in October 2012 and 2-0 in February 2020. Indeed, of all Premier League sides, they faced more twice on this road. The lowest away win rate against the Blues, 20%, which is like 6 out of whatever it is. And Manchester United have lost each of their last 3 Premier League games in London. They last lost more consecutively in the capital in league football between April 1973 and January 1974. No Premier League fixture has been drawn as often as Chelsea against Manchester United, 25 times. Indeed, 6 of the last 8 meetings between the sides has finished level, including each of the last four. And Chelsea are unbeaten in the last 8 Premier League home games. 5 wins, 3 draws, winning the last three in a row. The last one more consecutively at Stamford Bridge between February and July 2020 under Frank Lampard. But that doesn't matter because we should be stronger, more better than we were then. Ryan, thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
Nothing definitely weird happening in this show, but yeah, nothing. Yeah, but watch along tomorrow. Ryan, me and you, is it?
Yep.
Me and you. Do you want to call it what time should we call it?
Let's say that's half a good.
What?
No, what was wrong? Half a good.
About 5.
Yeah, about 5 maybe.
Yeah, well, look out for that. Follow all our socials and you'll find out from there. But yeah, you'll see me and Ryan tomorrow for a watch along. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you all later.